Welcome back to my channel, Cooking at Home with Spaz. Of course, I'm Cutmaster Spaz. Now, this is the channel if you love food, but you're not the greatest cook or you're a beginner cook, because everything on this channel is simple and easy. It may be hard to make traditionally, but on here, it's simple and easy. And today is no different. We are making Japanese seafood dynamite!
A dynamite!
I'm feeling right, so I'm gonna say it one more time. Dynamite!
Dynamite!
That's right, Japanese seafood dynamite is something you get at a Japanese restaurant. It takes a long time because they gotta broil it and they use all these seafood and it just goes in there and just melts in your mouth. Well, I've made it simple and easy. So here's what's in the Japanese seafood dynamite. First of all, you're going to need some imitation crab. Don't use the real stuff because that's going to be expensive. Chopped into 1-inch pieces. You're also going to use bay shrimp. Frozen is fine, and if you get jumbo shrimp, that's fine. Just cut them into little pieces. And this is optional. You can get scallops, but you don't have to. If you're not a scallop person, you can get scallops. You're also going to need 1 sweet round onion. And a can, that's right, a can. You don't even have to get fresh, but if you want to get fresh, it's cool, but you're gonna get a can of mushroom pieces and stems. Finally, you need some butter to saute that onions and mushroom, as well as Japanese mayonnaise. Now, it doesn't have to be Japanese mayonnaise. It can be best food, but this is recommended, Kewpie mayonnaise. And to top it off, cheddar cheese. So that's what's in the Japanese seafood dynamite. So I'm feeling right. Let's rock this mic. Chugga chugga hoo! Okay, so once you got your imitation crab chopped up, your shrimp chopped up, and you don't have to get fresh shrimp unless you want to do that, but you can get pre-cooked, pre-frozen shrimp and get it from Time, Safeway, any market that has seafood. And of course, scallops is optional, but the main thing that really pops this off is the sweet onion and mushrooms. And you don't have to get fresh mushrooms, but you gotta get fresh onions. So you're gonna get some butter first because you wanna make sure you get your pan nice and oiled. And now you're gonna do a saute, meaning you're not frying the onions. You're just gonna do a light saute, so your fire should be on medium high, depends how high your heat is. Get the butter a little melted. Throw the onions in. I don't know where that came from. Hey stranger, what you doing in here? Okay. Now again, you don't want to, sorry, I don't know how come some skin, some travelers here. There we go. You want to make sure not to burn the onions, because if you do that, then it kind of ruins it. You're just going to be tasting burnt onion. So this should take at medium heat about 10 minutes or 2. Your onion is clear. Unless you like it crunchy, then I guess you can leave it kind of raw, but I like mine kind of soft, all right? And then once it's almost done, you're just gonna throw in the mushrooms so that it has the flavor of the butter. And you know what? I'm gonna throw some garlic salt in here just to spice it up just a little bit. You don't have to, optional, because you don't want it too salty, all right? So, but again, it's gonna take about 10 minutes. All right, so it's been just about 10 minutes. The onions are clear, and it's actually kind of starting to caramelize. So I'm just gonna throw the mushroom. So I'm just gonna throw the mushrooms in. Ooh, watch out, caught it. And this is just to get some of the butter and the garlic salt that I threw in on the mushrooms, because it is canned mushrooms, and I emptied out the water, of course. Now, if you want to use fresh mushrooms, you're more than happy to. Just add a little more butter, and you can add the mushrooms probably halfway through instead of the ending part. So that's it. Like I said, I'm just coating the mushroom with the butter and the garlic that was thrown in to cook or saute the onions. And that's it. So we're gonna put this aside like that, and this is when we're going to mix all the ingredients. So first thing I want to do, of course, is just throw this mixture right in here like so. Just like that. Bam! Now I can move my frying pan out of the way so I don't hurt anybody. Yes, sir. Okay. Next thing we're gonna do, now, you don't want to make it really hot, because then it's gonna like start to overcook the shrimp or the scallops. So what we're gonna do next is throw the crab in, because that's already cooked. It's imitation. Mix that up like that. Get that going. Then we can throw our shrimp in, just like that. And then, of course, our scallops. Now, you're getting like 8 ounces of each of them, 8 ounces of imitation crab, 8 ounces of shrimp, and you can use the jumbo shrimp if you want and just cut it smaller, or you can get the bay shrimp and cut it like in pieces. Same thing with the scallops. Bay scallops is a little smaller instead of the sea scallops, the big one. So once you got it mixed up, like so, all you're gonna basically do with your mayo, and you do wanna use Kewpie. Now, if you don't have Kewpie, you can use Best Foods, and you're gonna put about, I'd say a cup, I guess, but you're just coating it, and you wanna make sure you have leftover. You don't use all the Kewpie because you're going to put it on the Dynamite in the cups, in the different containers that it goes in. All right, see, so you're just coating it to make sure it's all coated good. Now, like I said, if you go online and look at other ones, they do it differently, but I found a way to make this easy. See how simple? You just did the onions and the mushrooms, and it's all canned. The only thing that you had to really cook was a sweet onion. Make sure you use sweet onion, because if you use like a regular onion, it's gonna probably taste a little bitter. All right, now that we got it coated, all we're gonna do is bring
our oven containers.
This is called ramekins, but this is the new age ramekins. It's of course ceramic or porcelain dishes that can withstand the heat of up to 500 degrees. You could use glass. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, if you don't have ramekins or nice ceramic dishes like these, you can actually get the mini pie tins, what they call tart tins. So the tins that are about this big, and you can one-time use, you can use that. So, and you want to put it on a tray. Avoid the cookie sheet, because the cookie sheet with the high heat, when you go and broil, might bend. So you want to use this broiling pan, the bottom of the broiling pan, and just put it into your different containers, probably like 3/4 way. And I'll try to be as nice as I can in doing this. All right, so you could make 6 of these, but I'm making 4 for now because it fits perfectly and it doesn't move around too much because it's gonna be really hot. Now, to finish it off before it goes into the oven, put a little bit more mayo on it and spread it over. I know, like, wow, that's a lot of mayo, but you wanna make sure that you cover it, because if not, it will burn. It's gonna burn the top. So you just kind of, almost like you're making cupcakes, like you're frosting cupcakes. Just make sure that it's covered and that you don't have too much of the seafood hanging out, because if not, it gets burnt. It gets like burnt to a crisp. So this is, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of mayo. But let me tell you, once it cooks down, I promise you can be like, what happened to the mayo? Now, I do want to tell you, this is a rich dish, meaning if you guys can't handle rich foods, and you might just want to eat 1 a day instead of 1 every 5 minutes, because it is a lot of richness. But I'm telling you, I feel right, because this is dynamite!
A dynamite!
Feel right, because this is dynamite! Oh. All right, so pretty much I think we're just about ready. Now, what I have done is I have put the oven at 300 to preheat. It is very important. Man, I just think we need more mayo. Sorry, just my ADHD kicking in. I just feel, or maybe OCD, I don't know, but I just feel it has to have a little bit more on this one. All right, so preheat your oven to 400. We're gonna put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then once you kind of see it bubbling, then we're gonna pull it out, put cheddar cheese on it to finish it off, to make that coat, and then we're gonna turn the oven to broil and let it kind of broil it and bake it. It's kind of take the place of the torch. I don't have the torch right now, but put it on broil for 5 minutes, just the same. All right, so let's put it in the oven. Don't want to burn myself. Let's go. Okay, so once it came out of the oven, I garnished it with some rice and some nori. And now we're gonna dig in. It's cooled a little bit. Now just reminding you, after the 10-12 minutes, depending on how hot your oven gets, you're gonna take it out, add cheddar cheese, and of course put it back in and on broil for about 5 minutes or until it's golden brown like so. All right, let's dig in. Whoo, excited. Get some cheese. Woo! Oh.
Holy moly.
Wow. Woo. Step back, kiss myself.
Weirdo.
Let me just tell you this. The scallops are perfect. The shrimp is not overcooked. The onions were a little crunch to it, which I do like. And of course, the imitation crab and the mayo. Using Kewpie Japanese mayo makes a whole bunch of difference. You can use, again, Best Foods, it's all good. Wow, can I take one more bite? Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Very simple and easy, like all the dishes on this channel. If you do want this recipe, you can go in the description. There's a full download right there. Please subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know when we come out with the new recipe, which is every Wednesday. Of course, so I got the Cooking at Home with Spaz merch. You can go also into the description and get yours. It's made in Hawaii. It's branded in Hawaii. It's Cooking with Spaz in Hawaii. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pound this and it's not gonna look pretty, so you guys can go. Until next time, this is Spaz and keep it positive. I'm out of here like last year after I finish this. Deuce.